Welcome to CSEGuru. In this session, we will discuss two-dimensional array initialization. So, initialization is nothing but assigning the required values to the variables before processing. That is array variables. Already we know declaration will not assign any value. Declaration will allocate the memory space. For example, int a of 10, if you are allocating in the sense, it will allocate only 10 memory locations of integer data type. Okay. It will not assign any values to that memory location. So here 10 memory locations will be allocated starting from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, that is totally 10 memory locations will be allocated and the last memory location will represent 9. But memory only will be allocated. Here the values will not be initialized. Okay, declaration will allocate only memory and initialization we have to done separately. So what is the syntax to declare two-dimensional array? Data type, then space, array, name, and then within bracket we have to specify two expressions, expression 1 and expression 2. Expression 1 will represent the row index and expression 2 will represent the column index. So here if I want to assign the values in the sense, this semicolon is not required. If I want to assign the values in the sense directly with the equal symbol within set bracket. Okay, within set bracket I can assign the values. So this is the total set bracket and for every row we have to use one set bracket. If 3 rows, if we have declared in the sense 3 set brackets we have to use. And the first set bracket will represent the first row. Okay, so that is, so this is first row elements. A1 will represent the 0th row, 0th column elements. A2 will represent the 0th row, first column element. Similarly, likewise, we need to consider. So, this is the first row element. Similarly, second row element B1, B2 up to Bn. Third row element C1, C2 up to Cn. Okay. Likewise, we can able to specify any number of elements within this set according to the size allocator. So, this is the syntax to initialize two-dimensional array values. And each row should be separated by comma. And if it is the last row in the sense, comma is not required. And at last, it has to end with a semicolon. So, this is the syntax for two-dimensional array initialization. Like one-dimensional array, there are different methods to initialize two-dimensional arrays also. So, first method is initializing all specified memory location. What is the size we have allocated? All specified memory locations, we are going to initialize the value. Okay. So, that is nothing but the first method. So, specify the values for all declared row and columns. And this is the highly recommended method. So, for example, if we are considering int a of 3, 2. So, row size is 3 and column size is 2 in the sense with the declaration itself. And here if you are giving semicolon in the sense, this is nothing but declaration. Okay. And with the declaration itself, how you will assign the values? Use equal sign. And within this set bracket, we have to specify the values for 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay. So here within set bracket, so 3 rows. So this is for first row and this is for second row and this is for third row and each should be separated by comma. And here we need to specify 2 values, only 2 columns, but 3 rows is there. Okay, only 2 columns. So here we need to specify for first value, I can specify 2. Second value 10. Comma we have to use here. The row value should be separated by comma as well as column value should be separated by comma. And the second row if you are considering 15, 12, 25, 50. So here I have specified the value. And this declaration combined with initialization should end with a semicolon. And how this will be stored in memory? In row-wise, column-wise, tabular fashion. So create a table, okay, with 3 rows. Here the row size we have given as 3 and column size is 2. Okay. So 2 columns, 0 and 1. Row is 3. Totally 3 rows starting from 0 to n minus 1. Okay. And the values if you are considering in the sense, this location represents a of 0, 0. Okay. And this is a of 0, 1. And in this location, if you are considering in the sense, the value 3 will be stored and 10 will be stored. And the next row, if you are taking in the sense, this is a of 1, 0. And in this location, value 15 will be stored. Similarly, this array index is a of 1, 1. Okay, and here the value 12 will be stored. Here, for clarity, I am specifying the array index here. Okay, but actually the values only will be stored here. Okay, and here this is a of 2 and this index is 0, column indexes. And this is a of 2, 1. Okay, and here values 25 and 50 will be stored. Okay, so this is like a tabular fashion. Row wise and column wise values will be stored in tabular fashion. So this is one way to initialize all specified memory locations. Another way if you are considering in the sense, or for example, int a of, same example we will take it, 3, 2. Row size is 3 and column size is 2 in this sense. So within set bracket, we can specify continuously the values. Okay. According to the size allocated, it will take it. Okay. That is 3, 10, 15, 12, 25 and 50. So totally we can specify all the elements in set bracket and it should end with semicolon. Okay. And the values if you are considering in the sense, the first value will be stored in first index memory location. So first index memory location according to the size allocated here with the row size and column size, it will take it. Okay. So first index if you are considering in the sense, this is 0th index and 0th column. That is, this is a of 0, 0, it will take it. And next index if you are considering in the sense, this value is nothing but a of 0, 1. Column value is 1. And the next index if you are considering in the sense, it will increment the row size as well as the column size. But column size if you are incrementing in the sense, it will restrict the declared size here. Okay. So column size will fail. So it will move to the next row. So next row in the sense, the row index will get incremented. So a of 1 and the column is 0. Similarly, this is a of 1 row size and column is 1. Okay. And the next if you are incrementing in the sense, column size will fail. Okay. So it will move to the next row. So next row is a of 2, 0. It will increment the row size as well as the column size according to the size specified here in declaration. Okay. And here this is a of 2, 1. Likewise, it will take it. Okay. So both the method we can implement. So this method in the sense, it is clear to understand. This method in the sense, we need to keep track of the row size and column size to understand better. Okay. So commonly we will use this method only, and initializing all specified memory location is the recommended method to implement in two-dimensional arrays. And the next method if you are considering in the sense, partial array initialization. Okay. So if values initialized are less than the array size, here both we need to consider for row size as well as the column size. So what is the row size we have specified and what is the column size we have specified? So for all the specified memory locations, we are not initializing the values. we will specify only few locations we will specify the values and few locations we won't specify the values. So that is nothing but a partial array initialization. So if values initialized are less than the array size, then the elements are initialized from left to right, one after the another. Here we cannot able to skip in between memory location. Okay, last memory locations we can left free without initializing the values. But if you are initializing the values, in the sense, it will be allocated from left to right. So from left, we cannot able to free any memory location without specifying. Okay. So however the elements we are specifying, it will be allocated from left to right. And the remaining locations, whatever we left free, that is without specifying the elements, in the sense, automatically that will be initialized to 0. Okay. So for example, if you are considering int a of 3, 3. Okay. Row size is also 3 and column size is also 3. And here if you are considering, in the sense, within set bracket, we can able to specify 3 rows. Okay. So first row, totally we need to specify 3 elements. Okay. But I will specify only 2 elements. Okay. Third element location will be left free. Next, similarly here also, I will specify only 2 elements. And the third row also, I will specify only 2 elements. Okay. And here it should end with a semicolon. And how this will be allocated in memory, in the sense, so totally 3 rows and 3 columns will be allocated, and array name is A, and this is 0, 1, 2 column size, and this is the row size. Okay. So totally memory will be allocated. Okay. During declaration itself, memory will be allocated. Once you have specified the size, means memory will be allocated. And here, within the set bracket, I have specified only 2 values. So, 0, 0, 11 will be occupied. 0, 1, 22 will be occupied. And 0, 2, we have not specified any value. That will be automatically initialized to 0. So, this set represents the row, single row. Okay. So, this is next row, 33 and 44 I have specified. So, 33 and 44. Here I have not specified any value. Automatically this will be initialized to 0. Okay. 44. Keep in mind, we cannot able to free the left side memory location without specifying the left side memory location. 33 and 44 will not be specified here. That is from left to right only it will fill. We can able to free the right side memory location, but left side memory location, we cannot able to free. If you are not specifying in the sense, that is good. All will be specified with 0. Okay. But if one element you want to specify for second location, in the sense, that is not possible by leaving these 2 memory locations. Okay. Similarly, next row, this is 55 and 66 will be initialized, and this will be initialized to 0. In this way only partial array initialization is possible. So initialization will happen from left to right. Only right side memory locations we can able to free without specifying. We can able to leave without specifying. But left side memory locations we cannot able to leave free. Totally only we can able to neglect. Suppose if I have not specified any values here, in the sense, automatically all will be initialized to 0. That is possible. But if I want to specify 55 here and 65 here, and I want to leave this memory location empty, in the sense, that is without initializing the values, in the sense, that is not possible. This is wrong. Okay. So in this way, we can able to initialize the partial arrays in 2-dimensional array. And one more thing also we need to consider. Suppose here I have declared int a of 3, 3 I have declared. Okay. And here in first row, I have specified 3 values. 3, 5, 7. Okay. second row, I have specified only 2 values, 2, 4. Okay. And third row, I have specified only 2 values, 10, 12. Okay. So if I have specified like this in the sense, this will raise error only because first row I have specified 3 values. Second row I have specified only 2 values. Okay. That is not possible. First row, how many values we are specifying? Similarly, only the remaining rows we need to specify the values. So the meaning is how many columns we have specified in first row, it has to reflect in second row, third row also. First row, if you are specifying 3 column values, and second row, if you are specifying only 2 column values, in the sense, this will raise error only. This is a wrong initialization. Okay. So this is all about partial array initialization. Next, last one, if we are considering in the sense, initializing whole array to 0. So this already we know. If you are representing only 1 0 in the sense, if you are initializing with only 1 0 in the sense, so that will initialize the total array to 0. So only specify the first value to 0, then the whole array will be initialized to 0. Okay. So for example, int a of 5, comma 1. That is row size is 5 and column size is 5 in the sense. Here, we need to specify only 1 0 within set bracket, then give semicolon. Okay. So here, automatically 5 row and 5 column will be allocated. So the declaration will allocate memory size. Okay. So 5 row and 5 column will be created. So for 5 row and 5 column, memory will be allocated. Okay. But if you are initializing 0 in the sense for all the memory locations, automatically it will be initialized. That is, the values will be initialized to 0. That is the meaning. It is not necessary to specify each memory location 0, 0. Likewise, it is not necessary. Only 1, 0 if you are specifying within set bracket in the sense, automatically all the memory locations will be specified to 0. That is the meaning. So in this way, we can initialize the whole array to 0. So these are all the 3 different methods to initialize 2-dimensional array values. Okay. That is initializing all specified memory locations, partial array initialization, and initialize whole array to 0. Thank you for watching this video.